We are beaten and blown by the wind, blown by the wind. Oh, when I go there with you, it's all I can do. 2. About 6 months after I began my spiritual practice in earnest, my older sister unalived herself. She was 31 years old and I loved her more than anyone on earth. I'd just come home from the service and I was living with her and her new husband. She was young, healthy and successful and I worshipped her. After her death, her husband and I grew closer. We had been playing racquetball together and we continued to do so, supporting each other as best we could. Then within weeks of my sister's death, Peter showed me a lump on his chest one night before we began to play. As it turned out, he had cancer. When he gave me the news, we just looked at each other. There was nothing to say. 2 months before, we had been talented young men with the world at our feet. Now, it seemed, we were living our own worst nightmares. A few weeks later, as we were on our way to the gym, I came to understand the true meaning of the word Abhyasa, or practice. Abhyasa refers not only to yogic practice, but also to the attitude with which a practice is approached. Abhyasa is unconditional. It is the dedicated, unswerving application of what you believe in. I was driving along behind Peter in a car I had bought in Europe a few years before, a vestige of another life. A song by U2 came on my radio. Watching Peter drive up ahead of me, I heard the words, "We are beaten and blown by the wind, blown by the wind. Oh, and when I go there with you. It's all I can do." Both of us, I realized, had surrendered completely to the God of our understanding. Despite the terrific beating we were experiencing at the hands of fate, each of us was still living out his faith. Even in the presence of extraordinary pain, we were taking right action. We were attending to our practice, each in his own way. As I listened to the lyrics of this song, the depth of my commitment to my own spiritual path became clear to me. My sister's death was certainly not in any bargain I had made concerning my spiritual life. Any hopes that spirituality would be a primrose path had been dashed. What I understood in that moment was that at some deep level, both my brother-in-law and I had made a decision. We had committed unconditionally to our practice. This commitment was not about results, and it would hold up under the gravest challenges. I don't know exactly when I made that decision, or if the decision actually made me. I do believe Abhyasa is not something we earn or achieve through force of will. Rather, it is an innate human capacity that we awaken through practice, through our own willingness. It is an energy that builds in our lives as we use it, and it will be there for us in hard times if we cultivate it in good times.